Hi everyone, my name is Thoneick and today I'm going to show you how my track Solar on Axtone came to life. So first of all, my sequencer that I'm using here is Cubase. I've been using Cubase all my life, and this is the version 8 Pro that I'm using. First of all, the most important thing is, I think, the first drop that we have, and I'm going to explain you a couple of details later on. So have a listen. So for the bass drum, I simply opened up Nicky Romero kick. You can see it here, and I processed the bass drum like I wanted it to sound. So I wanted it to have a lot of attack in it, which you can do with a click sound. It needed to be very present, and then additionally on that, I added 3 layers of basses. The first bass sound is this one, which is also the key bass line. Then we have this one. So it's a very distorted one, which is more in a sort of stereo widening mode. And the main bass is quite mono. And we have that sub bass to give it that stomach that dance tracks need, which sounds like this. So it's just a very low frequency. I did a high cut on that. Here we go. So, and originally the sound comes from Silent. I wanted it to be like a basic saw sound. I combined it a little bit with a couple of sinuses, and it sounds originally like this. So when I heard that sound for the first time, I said, okay, this is nothing special. I need to put effects on there and modify the sound as I want it to be. And one of the most important tools that I used is a quite old plugin. I know there's the version 2 now already, but it's called the Wow from Sugar Bytes. In the plugin, you can see it here. It has that vowel feature mode, and you simply put it on. And I put the filter type on band reject, and then you have 2 different vowels which you can choose. You just have to try and find out which one suits best. So I have the U and the E, and it gives that voicey touch to that bass sound. So when I turn that on, it sounds like this. You can see you can switch between U and E, and to make it more present, you just simply open up the resonance. You see, put a little bit of drive on there. Sound without drive like this. So it already has a really nice and dirty touch to it, but in order to get it like pumpy and more crisp, I use the volume shaper for that. So it's like a sidechain kind of thing. It's not used classically in a sidechain compression kind of way, but just with a volume automation. And when I turn that on, it sounds like this. And together with the kick, it sounds like this. So you already hear that it has like this pumping effect on there. So the key idea of this track is having elements going all through the track, like the bass line that I have and the strings that I have. So I was thinking about what am I going to do in the main break. So I wanted to take the harmonies that I had from the strings and come up with a very nice opening up melody. Actually, the bass sound that I have, it's more a combination of 2 basses, and the second bass is this quite distorted one, and it sounds like this. So this is again without the volume shaper, and then when I turn the volume shaper on, it sounds like this. So sounds totally different, yeah. And together, all together with the main bass, sounds like this. Okay, I still want to have some sort of classic house elements in there, and I said either way I'm going to use like staccato strings or something like that. So I checked out the synthesizers that I have and was looking for a sound that was in that direction of pizzicato strings or staccato strings, and these elements are these. So you can hear you have that classic orchestral flavor to it, and reminds you a little bit of the good old days of house. So in this track I wanted to combine the actual sound of today together with classic elements. So listen to that. I'm going to try a couple of things. So these sound perfect, I think, and I'm going to use them in the arrangement. Okay, and we're coming here to the bass line and the chord. So you can hear it's really nice, nicely opening up with the filters and everything. And every 4 bars I add another element, either way if it's another note or if it's another layer. So, and what also already makes the drive of the track is the 16th arpeggiator sound here, which is this one. I'm also filtering it up. So this is actually the basic of the break. I'm going to use a lot of percussive elements, a lot of risers to build it up to the main drop. So and here's the same as at the beginning of the track. I'm going to build it up to a climax. That's what's happening in the main drop, and after that I'm going to use some sort of tonal riser to bring it up to the outro part of the track. So here we go. And also, now that I heard it, a very interesting part which gives it a special effect is the small stop that I did here. And there's a really nice tool that you can use for that. A lot of people have been asking that. So I have my synth bus here, which all the synthesizers are routing to. And I use my Magic VST Tornado, and you have all these sorts of effects. You have the freeze pan, manual stops, manual stop. That's the thing that I'm going to use for that. So I wanted like a tape stop, you know, just take the speed off and pitch it down. So if you do it manually, it sounds like this. So it's really sounding like a tape stop. And what you can do is you can automate all the elements from the plugins that I'm using. Either way, if it's a normal effect plugin or if it's a synthesizer. So you simply, in Cubase it's like this, you just hit the right button and then you play it back, and you simply use the effect that you want to use. So, and then you open the bus, and you can see I just did this here, yeah, and you have it automated. Okay, in this case I already did that here on that part, and it's very simple. And now listen to it. It sounds like this. You see? Pitching down. It's a really nice effect that I use for stops all the time. So in the context it sounds like this. Yeah, it's a really nice effect. Okay, and then we're going to the outro part. In the outro part it's very clean and simple. Simply reduce it from the elements that you build up in the beginning. So it's the opposite from the intro part.
Solo was born. In order to get it to the highest quality level there is, I decided to get together with my good friend Deniz Koyu, because I knew if someone could take it to the next level, it would be Deniz.
All right, so we are here in Deniz studio now to give that track the final touches. Deniz, tell us about it.
Yeah, so basically I had your project because we are both working in the same program, Cubase.
Yes.
And I had a look on the whole mix, and the first thing I noticed is I wanted to replace the kick drum, because actually making a good mix is like building a house, you could say. Like, you start in the basement. I think there was something in the rhythm of the sub bass that I tweaked a bit to make it a bit more melodic. That's always important to me. I think that's something that people feel when they listen to my tracks. They feel the groove and the melody and the sub bass and the bass line. That's like something that I always do. Not everyone does it, but I always do it, and people recognize it. I think that's something that they say is my style.
Yeah, I think I did just like a simple offbeat sub bass.
Yeah, exactly. It always works. It's great, but if you want to give it a bit more groove and drive in the sub bass, I prefer to play something melodic that goes with the melody of the lead sounds.
Okay, and you went with the melody of the main bass.
Exactly. Yeah.
Soy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I remember it was a bit tricky to mix your bass lines, because you had two sounds in there,
yes,
and they already had a bit of sub frequencies, but they didn't go that low. So I had to be very careful how to EQ it, where to make the cuts, and where I would play my sub bass, so they wouldn't interfere with each other. But eventually I figured it out. But actually it took a couple of tries. I'll play you the fundament of the track.
Yes, do it.
So this is the kick drum, the sub bass, and then
both the main basses.
let me just play the kick and the sub bass first. Now I'm not sure if you can catch this on your camera, but we'll try. Hopefully you guys can sample it from the video from YouTube.
Yes, fantastic. Good idea.
Okay, so that's the fundament, and then the first sound that comes on top, I think it's this one. Yeah. So here's the tricky part. I'll play you this one in solo. So that's the character of the bass line, right?
Yes.
That's so important that it has this. In German we say the stomach feeling. I don't think you say that in English, but maybe you get what we were trying to say. So it's that feeling that you get in your stomach, basically. And I didn't want to cut that totally, so I think I cut it at something like 90 hertz or so, and then I made a sub bass that's really low. Oh yeah. This is another saw sound. I think you had this in your project before, but I EQ'd it in a different way. I think I put some additional distortion on it.
No, I think mine was perfect.
It was great already, but
of course, thank you, Deniz.
Right, it's about the 10%, the final 10%. Yeah, and next steps, the lead sounds, of course. Yeah, there was a couple of things to do. Yeah, so I think I just wanted to make the lead tones a bit wider, a bit bigger. I think I added a couple of reverbs, delays, some more room to it, some more atmosphere. And then I had this one additional sound. It's this one here. It's very it has this, it has this really nice crispy transients. The attacks are very nice on this sound. That's why I picked it. And I added these additional reverbs and stuff. That's always so important to give these kinds of sounds this atmosphere that you want to achieve, right? So
perfect. Okay, so now we're going to the main break. What did you think about the main break then?
I love the idea, the melodies in it, the harmonies, everything was there already. I just basically tweaked the sounds a bit. Okay. And I think I added 2 or 3 layers just to make the harmonies even thicker, but they were already there, but I just sometimes you have to work with the idea and take it one step further just to
of course.
Get everything out of it. So let's look into it.
This is actually now the part where that name Solar fits perfectly.
Exactly. There.
With that small
that's
pluggy
the Solar vibe in here. Yeah. So let's play it. I didn't change anything here. So I just enhanced the harmonies that were already in there, but I just picked a couple of extra sounds it's like painting a picture, and then sometimes you want to, pick a couple of colors and maybe
add another
make
shadow
them stronger, a bit more, get some more contrast in it and stuff like that. So I did a couple of tricks here. It's this guitar, I believe. Synth guitar-ish.
Some sort of tremolated, vibrating.
Exactly, there's tremolo on it, and I like to create sounds that are rhythmic, not just play full notes, but it's the tremolo, and I think I'm using the volume shaper. I love this plugin, the volume shaper.
Like me, I use it all the time. It's better than using a sidechain compressor.
Yeah, this is the old version. I actually updated it to the new one. It's even better, but so I create the rhythm with the volume shaper, and then it's great to get some more drive in it, because else these breaks, you don't want to have them too slow, and then people on the dance floor in the club, they're just standing around and they don't know what to do. So you want to make sure, you have the rhythm and the drive. So this, and then I have this sound. Same rhythm on it, and I'm playing just 2 notes.
I know.
Sound actually.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, and then also what's kind of important, I played a couple of bass sounds here. I like to use, in breaks like this, I like to use bass pads. Usually I would always make sure the bass is mono, but for breaks like this, I try to use bass sounds actually that are wide and that are moving a lot. So I got this one here. This one is mono, but then on top, makes it sound really mean and not so the whole thing isn't just too sweet,
Yeah, I know.
Right.
And what did you do in the evolvement of the break to the drop? Did you change anything there from the elements? You thinned it out, and you do it probably like the same way I do, like trying to get more release and reverbs on it, and putting a high pass filter.
All about the automation, right?
Yeah, exactly. But you're doing the same.
Yep, always. Yeah? Always. Lots of filter automation, level automation.
Yeah, exactly.
And then sometimes I go into the reverb, and then maybe I I make the reverb longer by automation, and then
same. Yeah.
Then cut it back again. Stuff like that. Yeah, sir.
And then in the end, you didn't change anything of the arrangement because it was good as it is.
Oh no, yeah, totally. Yeah, the arrangement was 100% there. Nothing.
Okay, yeah,
nothing
perfect. And then the
like
outro part, you just start to reducing elements and then going out into the beats like that was in the original one.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. That was.
Yeah, but you can
all
see
finished.
that there's still. He's Professor Shit, so he's really the detail nerd. So he knows everything about sounds, and he hears stuff that I don't hear. And he actually made it happen to make it as big as possible to 120%.
I try my best. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, and I'm happy with it. Right?
Yeah.
I think it sounds fat.
Yeah.
So.
We have a really good product here. So well. That's about it, I think.
I guess.
Yeah. Dennis, thank you very much.
Of course.
And see you on the next track then.
Definitely.